Hey guys, it is so good to see you guys. First and foremost, I have to say I really did enjoy watching all of your videos. It's good to see you. I really love them. I've noticed that a lot of you guys have a lot of enthusiasm. In fact, everybody had so much enthusiasm for reading your stories. I also noticed that you guys were really keeping your audience engaged. So as you read your books, you made sure that the kids could see the images, and I thought that was very, very helpful, of course. And also, you guys had a lot of you guys, once you were able to have a family member hold your camera and to help you to utilize that extra hand, I thought that was really good so that you can have your camera stable. So I'm also going to talk about some of the things that I think can help improve with videos a lot. I am not a professional video maker, but I have been making a few videos for a while. And these are the things that I picked up and learned along the way. So I figured I'll share it with you guys. And yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to say is that the best thing to use in this modern day age of technology is your phone. I, in the past, have recorded with, actually, no. I have never recorded with my computer camera because the quality on there is not very good. The resolutions are not very good. So your phone has a lot of different settings that you can use to make your video a lot clearer. So use your phone. Don't frustrate yourself. Use your phone. Your phone is the best tool you have. Or you could even have a camera, right? All right. So if you don't have a camera, that is perfectly fine. You don't need to have your camera. Your phone camera is perfectly equipped for taking videos. Right now, if you're recording like this straight up, it's good, but you also have those black bars at the side, which is not very good quality. So you want to make sure your phone is rotated sideways so you can get the full length of the video. Especially if you're reading a book, you can see the whole book when your phone is rotated sideways. So that was the first tip I have for you guys. Make sure you're using your phone to record and utilize your phone. Utilize the settings in your phone so that your phone can be brighter and that you can get everything around you, right? So it's better not to record vertically, record horizontally. So you're getting a wider picture. All right. And if you see me glancing over here, it's because I have my computer with all the notes. So that's something else too that can help you out when you're recording videos. You want to make sure that you have everything ready. So I have my notes here so I could remember all the things that I need to tell you guys. So you guys could, hopefully it can help you guys out. Right now, thankfully, I've had this tripod and I have been using this tripod. If you don't have a tripod, a lot of you guys have utilized family members, which is very good to have your family members help you. If not, find something you can put your camera on, which is also awesome. However, if you're reading a book and your camera is like this, it's best to have your camera at eye level. So it's like you're talking to the person right in front of you. So imagine the kids are right there. You're talking to them right in front of you. Usually when we're reading a book, we're sitting down and the kids are not exactly direct eye level, but they're close enough. Opposed to if the camera is low down, and I'm gonna try to get a better view of that. If your camera is down here, it's not the best quality, right? So you wanna try to have your camera at eye level so that we can see the book. Right, so you wanna try to have your camera at eye level so we can see the book and so that the focus can be on the book itself. Because when it's down, right, it's like you're reading above them. So you don't want to read above the kids. You want to read to the kids. This, where you're reading down to the kids, you want to have the camera at eye level so you're reading to the kids, if that makes sense. So by nature, I'm a low talker. So I talk like this. A lot of the times I just feel like I don't need to use a lot of voice. But unless you have a microphone somewhere or something close by, you have to use a strong voice. Make sure that you are projecting your voice so that you can hear the story. So I noticed a lot that the further you are from the camera, the less likely it is to hear you. You're gonna have to use a really stronger voice. So if the camera is closer to you, like right now the camera is within arm's length, right? My arm is a little bit, here's my hand, a little bit more, and then the camera is right here. So this is a good level, a good distance for me to be able to read the book. That way you guys can see the pictures. And that way you guys can still hear my voice, right? So that's something I also wanted to talk about. So you want to make sure your voice is audible. You want to make sure you're projecting your voice. You don't have to shout. It's not about letting the neighbors or everybody else around you hear, but it's about projecting your voice so that everybody can hear what you're reading. And sometimes I do mumble a lot in my stories, so just be aware of that. So Mean Jean was recess queen, and nobody said any different. So just imagine that the kids are right in front of you. You guys are accustomed to doing this all the time. So just imagine that the kids are right there and you're just reading to them. Nobody swung until Mean Jean swung. So, right, you're making a lot of the actions. If you're really, really far away from the camera, then you need to do a lot of gestures. But if you're closer to the camera, then the book is showing you all the things that is happening. Right? So nobody swung until Mean Jean swung. Nobody kicked until Mean Jean kicked. And nobody bounced until Mean Jean bounced. You're doing a lot of the motions. It's like you're an actor. So you guys are accustomed to doing this. You're just doing it in front of a camera. Right now I'm pretending that I'm seeing you guys. So that's the kind of image I have in my mind. I'm kind of pretending that you guys are right here, so I'm talking to you guys directly. So if you're reading a book, pretend that the kids are right there and you're talking to the kids right there. The next thing I wanted to talk about is relax. So I know at first your camera presence is going to be, because you're not really accustomed to being on camera. And that's why the more we practice, the better we're going to get. So if you want to read the book before going on camera, that's fine. And then just take a second to build your camera presence. So if you have your camera on right now, just take a second, record a video even without looking at the book. Just record a video of you talking. See how your face looks when you're talking. See if you want it, if your voice is projecting the way that it needs to project. See if you're doing the things that you want to do, all the things that you want first before you start recording you actually reading a book. Or even if we're doing this for the morning message or the message of the day. You want to make sure that you're looking, or it looks the way that you want it to look. So do a quick practice record first. You don't have to send it to anybody. You could delete it after. Just check it out first, see if you like how it looks. Another thing I want to talk about as far as your camera presence, don't be afraid, just relax, right? So you guys are everyone is accustomed to talking to the kids in general. So this is what you're just continuing to do. You're just talking to the kids, pretending that the kids are there and you're talking, you're building your camera presence. So you want to make sure, very important, that you're not talking very softly because people can't hear you. I know I tend to talk very softly. So make sure, pretend you have your microphone right here and you want everything to be recorded in your microphone. So you have to project, that's your camera presence. You're projecting, you're looking, you're making sure that you're still being seen. Your lighting source. A big deterrent or a big factor when you're recording a video is your lighting. So I've been recording videos for a little while now. So I have a ring light. So that has been really helpful to recording, so I could get that kind of light back here. And I'm going to talk more about that in a second. So the ring light helps to bring that direct light. Not everybody's going to have a ring light, of course. So what do you use? You use your natural source of light. So you have windows all around you. However, think about it. If your windows is right behind you, and I'm going to show you in a second, if your window is right behind you, your main focus is not you anymore. Now the focus is the window. So you want to have your source of light in front of you. So if you have a window, face away from the window. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. And this camera is going to travel with me. So for example, right now I have a source of light, but the window is behind me. What do you think? Right now I have a lot of distractions. Right now, if someone is watching your video, the first thing they're looking at is the cars. Even if I close it, the curtain is closed. Right now, there's so much light that it's, look, All of a sudden, I got a lot darker. Now, if I turn the other way, do you see the source of light? Now the source of light is in front of me. The window is over here. This is the window, right? And now in front, you can see the dog, I'm sorry. But in front, you can see that I have a stronger source of light. Now you can see me a lot clearer, opposed to when I'm back this way, you have a strong presence of the light behind you, and it's not helping your video. So you want to turn away from the light and find a nice spot to record. All right, back to the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is keeping your camera stable. You want to find a nice surface to put your camera on so your camera is not shaking as you're talking, because then it's hard to really focus on what you're saying. The reason why you want to use your phone camera is because blurriness, a lot of times with the computer, those cameras are not very good quality, so it's very blurry and grainy. So refrain as much as possible from using anything else but a phone camera. The phone camera, a lot of them nowadays, even the oldest models, they're still pretty strong enough to use. You also want to make sure that noises around you, it's really hard, because in a lot of my videos, the kids just kept popping up. They were all over the place. They started, adding their little extra words. So you want to make sure that noises around you are as minimal as possible. So try to find a nice space where not too many people are, not your TV's off, you're not having a lot of distractions and things like that. Oh yeah, right, so your background. So guys, really important, your background. Right now, I found the clearest space possible. There's nothing on the walls. And if you notice before, when I recorded one of my videos, I was by a lot of paintings, which looks aesthetically great. But then when you're reading a book, your main focus is not the book anymore. Your main focus becomes what else is behind you. So while you're reading a book, the children or anybody else, the first thing they're looking at is, ooh, oh my gosh, she has that cool plant. Ooh, look at her paintings over there. Ooh, it looks really good aesthetically, but eventually you want to have a nice clear background where there's not too much distractions, basically. So right now I'm just sitting on a chair, a regular chair, and I'm just by a wall. There's like a little wall space between the TV and the chair in the living room. So this is like the best wall space I could find. There's nothing behind to distract you. You're just looking at me and you're looking at the book, right? So that's what that's about. That's the reason why I chose that. Hey guys, so I actually had to re-record over this part because I wanted to add, don't forget about your facial expressions. Your facial expressions are very evident in videos. As a recap, make sure you're using your phone to record. Your phone has a lot of cool gadgets, a lot of cool settings that can help you out. You want to make sure you're keeping your camera at eye level because the focus is on you and the book, mostly the book. But if you're talking about your morning message, then the focus is on you. So you don't want to have your camera, facing down. You want to have the best look is to keep it up. Of course, you can try different angles. Let's see if I try an angle like this, but if I start to move the camera around too much and you start to see everything, right? And you don't need to see everything. You don't need to see the fan over there. You don't need to see the TV, all that stuff. So just find a nice angle where you're not being too distracted. You want to make sure your voice is audible. Make sure that the kids can hear you. And you guys already have that wonderful presence where you're very calm and collective. But just make sure that you're letting the kids hear your calmness too. Like when you're reading the book, you can still be calm. Just be very strong with your reading. She figured wrong. Katie Sue talked back. So that opposed to she figured wrong, Katie Sue talked back. Just as sassy as could be, she said. How did you get to be so bossy? Lighting is super important when you're recording a video. You want to make sure you have that direct light. You're using a lot of direct sources of light. Even if you're using the lights on, the electric lights, that one is a little bit trickier. The electric lights in the daytime right now, you don't have to. If it's daytime and you're recording your video in the daytime, use the natural sources of light. So get close to a window. And as I showed you before, don't have the window facing behind you because the direct light, that's all we're seeing. We're not seeing you actually reading the book. the most that we're seeing is the glare of the light. So make sure you're changing it around, you're facing that light, right? As I showed you guys before. Distractions, you want to make sure you don't have any distractions in the background. You want to use a clean background. So again, that's another distraction if too many things are going on your wall. You want to make sure you have as minimal noise as possible. So you can't control the outside world, but you can control your inside. So the TV's off, your kids, right now they're in the room because I already told them. So your kids are quiet if possible. And, you know, pets, my dog, she's quiet over there, so she's doing good. Blurriness, one way to avoid the blurriness, play around with the settings of your video. You guys take videos all the time, post it to Instagram, you post it to everywhere. So you guys know how to take videos. Get that really good lighting, get that really good, you know, anti-blur setting. Make sure you put that up there. And you want to make sure that you have something stable holding your camera so it's not falling off or it's not shaking like that. And also, if you're really, really far from the camera, I can't even do it because I'm going to move everything. But if you're really, really far from the camera, we're not really seeing everything anymore. So let's say your book is over here. It's not very helpful. It looks, you know, you can see the pictures a little bit opposed to over here. Light is going to kind of mess it up a little bit. Opposed to here, opposed to now you can show the book, right? So you don't want to be too far from the camera. Also, your camera presence. So you want to make sure you have that strong, you guys are already strong teachers, keep it up. So you want to make sure you have your strong presence, just make sure that everybody can hear you, your strong camera voice, let it be known, hey, I'm reading you this book. Even though I can't see you, you're going to listen to what I'm saying. So you just want to make sure you're keeping the kids engaged and they're reading that book. And that's about it, guys. That's as much as I can think of. You guys did a really good job. I really love the enthusiasm, as I said, for reading the book. And that's about it. Hope you guys are being super, super, super safe. Bye, guys.